Hello and welcome to my craziest video yet, the most insane reading you're ever gonna see, filmed on top of a painting. I really hope I'm not gonna damage this while I'm doing this, by the way. That would be awful. This painting was done by my mother and it's magnolia flowers. And I even felt really called to put this little figure of this elephant with these two little mushrooms here today. Maybe we'll find out more about why. Maybe there's a particular type of energy that it's emitting that you need to take in right now. And the painting itself as well, I feel like it's very powerful, and I feel like it really needed to be in this reading. And maybe again we'll find out why later. Who knows? But maybe it's just for the energy here and the vibes. So today I will be connecting with some very interesting beings, and honestly, I don't know exactly what they are. I don't have a name for them. My personal name for them is, what I'm gonna keep calling them is like the children of the forest, because that's what they look like. If you guys have watched Game of Thrones, they have the children of the forest there, and these beings looked so much like them to me that that's just what I'm gonna call them. I don't think they're exactly fairies. I don't think they're like the lore of the children of the forest in Game of Thrones, but they're some kind of beings that I got to meet, and I should tell you how I met them. So yesterday I was taking a walk, and I went to see my tree friend. And of course, I gave my tree friend a very, very big hug. And when I gave my tree friend a very big hug, I usually feel this tree is very powerful, by the way. I usually feel a lot of energy coming through, but this moment yesterday, I felt like it was taking me through a portal. And first I was resisting a bit because I was a bit confused, like, whoa, what's happening? But then I allowed it to take me where I needed to go. And this is one of the craziest stories I will ever tell here, probably, for now. But it took me somewhere, I feel like it was deep underground, maybe in what you would call inner earth. And I saw these beings that looked exactly to me. From my visual library, the way that they appeared to me is the way that the children of the forest looked like in Game of Thrones. Maybe that's not exactly what they look like, but that's how they showed themselves to me, because that's what I could perceive. That's very important. And I asked them if they're fairies, and it's like not exactly. That's the answer I got. It's not exactly, and not exactly the children of the forest, but I can call them that. Not nature spirits exactly, but there's some kind of beings that live here on the planet. There's many beings that live here on the planet in the other dimensions. A lot of them we know about, like fairies, dwarves, little gnomes, actually dwarves, I don't know. But the gnomes, yes, that's what I meant. And all kinds of other beings like that. But I'm sure that somewhere they're telling me that there's somewhere some kind of, I don't know, not a fairy tale, but there's some kind of stories about them and from some culture. But I don't know what culture it is. So maybe some of you watching this will think of something, and you can tell me down in the comments. That would be super cool, super thankful. So maybe we can give them a more proper name. But for now, I feel like, yeah, they're gonna be the children of the forest. So they told me that they wanted to introduce themselves, and they also wanted to start connecting and communicating more with humans. And they're going to start really connecting with a lot of people. And I feel like if you're still watching this crazy video, then you're one of the people that they might start communicating with in some way. So using whatever kind of way is best for you, maybe they'll do the same for you. You touch a tree, then you go through a portal, and then you get to meet them. Now it's occurring to me, they might be somehow connected to the trees and the roots as well. And like the spirit of the trees, but I don't think it's exactly the spirit of the trees. I think they're beings themselves, although they did feel very plant-like, in a way. It was like plants growing out of them a bit. Again, this is a weird video. So that's what they said, that they're gonna be connecting with a lot of people soon and trying to communicate with them. And honestly, that's all they said. They said they would like to send through a message, and me as the messenger here, I am relaying this message, and I have cards that we can use to get more information. So let's start shuffling this deck that I have here to see what they want to tell us. Okay. We have the child within, innocence, inner mother, gentleness and tenderness. That is an interesting card, and it really kind of feels like, you know, here there's so much pink energy, there's so much I don't know, I feel wisdom with the elephant as well, and like taking care of something. It's like the elephant is taking care of these mushrooms here, letting them grow on it, and these plants as well. There's a bit of luck here as well with the 4-leaf clovers, but I really feel like taking care of ourselves and taking care of others if we feel we need to will bring us a lot of luck, will really help and assist us a lot. But what they're telling me is take care of yourself and take care of the plants around you. Take care of the plants and the fauna, the flora and the fauna around you. And they will assist you with their energy. Ooh, that is coming through so strongly. Remember when you were a child, if you ever played around and felt like you were seeing, like you felt like you had maybe imaginary friends, or like there's fairies around you, or spirits, or some kind of beings, or you could talk to plants, I don't know, whatever it is when you were a kid that you felt like you could do and you were having fun playing, that's it. That's what you can do. I don't know why. I feel kind of embarrassed to say this, but when I was younger, I was always feeling like, oh yeah, I can control the wind. And sometimes maybe I can, I'm not sure. But I always felt like that was something that I could do. And maybe all of us have our own kind of specialties. And nurturing that inner child, nurturing ourselves and nurturing the wildlife around us can really help us to unlock more of this potential that we have. It's kind of like when you talk to flowers, I don't know where, I guess they're sending this message. When you talk to flowers, you help them grow and you help them like be more, grow better and be more beautiful. I don't know if that's true, that they're more beautiful if you talk to them, but you definitely help the flowers by doing that. And you do the same if you talk to animals as well. And trees, connecting with trees. This card wanted to come through. The crowning, initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. So there's a lot like child birthing. It feels like we are going to, by connecting with these beings, with the children of the forest. Again, also the name, the children of the forest, the child within the forest, the child within the tree, the child within you, the child within the planet. It feels like a new version of that is being birthed. And together, it's, oh, what they're showing me is like collectively birthing new things, because everything has an energy. Like this painting has an energy, the country has an energy. If you make a project with some other people, it has an energy. So we together, by birthing new inner child or new children, literally and metaphorically, we're creating something new, and it's like we're stepping up to have a seat at the table. It's like they have a council or something. But humans were not ready to be a part of that. But now we're starting to get ready to do that, and to get even more ready to communicate with them, to be even more ready to have a seat at the table. We need to open ourselves more. We need to be more gentle as well. Imagine if you start meeting all of these beings, and some of them are really gentle creatures, really gentle energies. And you're over there aggressive with your, maybe potentially, like divine masculine being really aggressive. Like that would scare off a little fairy, for example. That would scare off a little gnome. And I'm remembering something that came through in one past life regression I did recently, where they just told me there are gnomes and fairies and all these things in the forest, but they hide from humans because they're scared of them. And I feel like it's all of that aggressive energy that's really scaring them. But children don't scare them off. Ooh, we're really getting somewhere. Children don't scare these energies off. So you don't have to literally go out there and make babies right now. You can birth a new you that is more childlike, that is less aggressive, more fantasy oriented, like fantastical, believing in magic, believing in all of these things, and imagining and playing. Because when you imagine and you play, the better your imagination is. What is happening here? The better your imagination is. I guess this open card wanted to say hi. Say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. So trust life. And what is this card saying as well? The anointed. Answer the call, leadership, and empowering soul gifts. Something like that. Again, this reading is crazy. I feel like their energy is just so like interesting, so unusual, and again, like a child is playing and enjoying, and like this reading, I'm enjoying this. I'm playing, I'm enjoying, and using my imagination. If you don't have a big imagination, you can't even be contacted by anyone. You can't see anything because you don't have a big enough visual library, and you're not open to even imagining and visualizing. So how can you expect to see some kind of beings, for example, or to be contacted by them when you're not open for it? And something else that's coming through is fear. A lot of us are living in fear, so we're scared of certain things, and that fear is making us closed off. The more we're scared and we're feeling like we're constantly under attack and we constantly might be lied to or something of the sort, it's limiting us. It's not allowing us to completely connect with ourselves. It's not allowing us to fully remove our barriers, and it's not allowing us to have a seat at the table, as they say. But we are getting ready for really having that seat at the table. Oops. Like I said before, calm again, calmness, yes, calming down, maybe taking some time off of work, off of something, or whatever that you're doing, and going out to calm yourself, to feel the nature around you, to really communicate, connect with the plants, connect with these beings, and really relaxing. Because again, it's all of that overactive, especially the divine masculine, like, that's the biggest one that's I don't want to say ruining things, but it's creating that dissonance, that fear, and it's creating that aggression as well. It's just pushing and pushing and pushing, and like, I want to see it, I want to see it, I want to see it. But you're not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to sit down, chill, and it will come to you when it's supposed to come to you. Again, I feel like this reading is so hectic. And this message is quite hectic. I don't want to shuffle the cards on top of the the painting. What I keep looking at is soul gifts though. Soul gifts. You have your own personal gifts that can help you connect. You have your own personal gifts and you know what they are because you were enjoying fantasizing that you can use them when you were a kid. And you never know. You may have actually used them and not remember. You may have actually been making some magic when you were a kid, but you don't remember, because a part of your consciousness wanted you to forget. Remember, guys, just because we don't remember doesn't mean it didn't happen, because we don't remember what happened before we were born, let's say, before we incarnated here. That doesn't mean it never happened. We don't remember. If we get drunk, sometimes we don't remember what happened. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. So what kind of things are we not remembering? Because a lot of people don't remember things from their childhood. And I feel like that's very important. Like things that you don't remember from your childhood, sometimes you might not remember them because something magical may have happened. And either you decided you wanted to forget about it. Well, yeah, that's most likely the case, that we decide that we don't want to remember it, so we don't. Desire. What do you desire right now? And again, when you're desiring something, don't just poke. Like, for example, if you're a kid and you're just poking like a lion and saying, oh, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing, you're just gonna annoy the lion. And yeah, I'm not gonna finish that. You know what will happen. And the same with your parents. You just poke them, like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And yeah, they might get annoyed and buy it for you anyway, but that's not putting the right energy in. When you desire things, again, be calm, sit down, relax, put it out there into the universe. I want this. Please bring it to me in the best way possible. And allow it to come through. Don't expect it to come. Don't feel like it needs to come in a particular way. Don't try to push things. Again, we're pushing, constantly pushing. I don't know why they're reminding me of a story I heard ages ago. It was about Agartha, and I think it was some kind of maybe French researcher. I don't know, he wrote a book or something about this. How he met a man from Agartha, and the big reason that the communication stopped, this man and the man from Agartha, is because this man, he was very Christian and he wanted to go to these people and start converting them to Christianity. So he was gonna go there and push on his beliefs, even though these people are way more advanced than us. This, I think it was a Frenchman. Maybe it wasn't. Somewhere here in Europe. But this man wanted to push on his beliefs. Like, they need to know this is the truth. And again, you're pushing, pushing, pushing. That's not how you do things. Not how things are done. Not how you're going to get a seat at the table. That's exactly why they didn't continue communication. Because that man was pushing, pushing, pushing. But you're not supposed to push, push, push like that. And just like that, you're not supposed to push, push, push and ask for something. You're not supposed to push, push, push and, expect things to come to you. You're supposed to allow them to come. Interesting. This birdie in the air came through, and it's a bluebird, reminding me really of the blue avians. So if you guys haven't seen my blue avian video that recently came through, or any of the other readings from the blue avians, you might want to check some of them out. I have quite a few, I think. So I'm sure you haven't watched at least one. But I feel like there's a message here about, again, releasing it into the air. And the birds are like messengers. They're gonna allow you to receive what you need to receive. Sometimes they can give you messages as well. That's coming through very strongly. Like, pay attention to the bird messages, but they'll bring things to you. Just like storks. We have that not belief, but the stories about storks bringing babies. Let the stork bring your new child self, your new self. Let it bring it to you through the air, through the ether. Let it come to you. Don't push, don't force, don't search for it here on the land because it's not here. Don't search for the information here in the 3D because it's not here. Don't search for this here because it's around you. It's all around us. It's in the ether. It's inside you. It's everywhere, but it's not in the physical objects particularly that you're gonna find your answer. You're gonna find your answer in the sky, in the colors, in the beauty of nature. Pay attention to the beauty of nature. That's what they're pointing out. Pay attention to the colors that are around you. Pay attention. They're important. They're showing you signs constantly and all the time. Pay attention and be calm. Whatever happens, be calm. Look how it feels like she's choking. She desires something so much that she's crying and choking like a child crying and choking. But those children, even if they receive what they want, it's not brought with the right energy. You want to bring things to you with the right energy. That's how you'll create beauty. That's how you'll create more good things. That's how we will all create good things together. It's so interesting. Something that I forgot to say is if somehow you start seeing, for example, videos about a message from fairies or message from woodland beings or forest beings or something like that. That's because they're trying to connect more and more to you. And they're trying to send you more of these messages. And they're trying to remind you to, again, connect with the flora and the fauna of the planet. Okay. We have evening dreams. You possess the power to do much when you work in truth. Oh, and the blue and the birdie working in truth. Truth, blue, truth. The kind of, not just truth, but clarity. Be in your truth. Find your own truth. Some of us, we think we're working in truth and we think we found our truth, but we didn't. What are you watching? Who are you watching? Are those people really showing you the truth? Or are they just keeping you where you're at right now? Don't search for answers in other people. Search for answers from other beings. I feel like they can answer your questions sometimes better than humans can, because they're not muddled. They don't have limiting beliefs, for example. They don't have things that are somehow muddling the information. So even me right now, I can't deliver the full message to you. I can't deliver the most clear, most pure message to you. We can each find that information that we need to find when we connect with them in whatever way you want. You can hug trees like me if you want. You can go and talk to plants or animals or whatever it is that you desire to do. We also have starlight. You have been upset in the past by the actions of others, but now is the time for you to say enough and live your own life. Enough. Live your own life. Enough. Who did you come here to live for? For yourself? For the planet? For other people? Just be yourself. Live the life you want to live. Be that childlike self again. Dream and create what you want to create. Why are we so worried about what other people think? Why are we so worried about even what's happening around us? Like, ooh, I don't know, like environmental activists, they're so worried about things and they're trying to protest, but are they really doing their best to take care of themselves? And again, they're pushing, poking. You're not supposed to poke. That's not how you create good energy. You need to put good energy to receive more good energy. But when you protest, for example, you're putting negative energy out there. You're protesting, rah, stop this, stop that. You're poking, you're pushing, you're exuding negative energy. You're not gonna get any positive back. And it's sad to hear because a lot of people think that's the way, that's the only way, or whatever. You know, just allow yourself to be calm. For all of you here, the message is to be calm, be relaxed, and connect with that childlike wonder that you once had. Be the child. Be that wondrous child, and you'll find yourself in some crazy places. If you're watching until here, I really feel like you're gonna be communicating in a much deeper way, in a much more special way with these beings at some point. So trust and believe in yourself and keep going. Anyway, again, this was a crazy interesting video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys have a super awesome, amazing day. And I hope you like this painting as well. It's really beautiful. Anyway, I love you all. Bye.